Today I want to talk to you about Guerlain Meteorites, whether it's little pearls in the jar or whether it's the brand new, we're going to incorporate this pressed powder version. I want to talk to you all about Guerlain Meteorites today with me, Rebecca, on Not Fit for Print Beauty. I've done this for 25 years or more, actually, on the fashion journalism and beauty journalism side of things, interviewing makeup artists, following them around, watching them do their job, ghostwriting for them, all that good stuff. And that has given me the nerve to start Not Fit for Print Beauty right here on YouTube to hopefully better help you discern what you should be spending your money on in this very crowded beauty space. Speaking of crowded, we have a new version of Guerlain Meteorites. So let's talk about it. And I'm going to do a little short on this as well. I think these are actually different products that can, in a pinch, be used for the same thing, but are actually different. All right, let's start with the tried and true Meteorites. This is in the newer packaging, which kind of matches the compact, but this is in the newer packaging. Here's one in the slightly older packaging. There's all sorts of limited edition versions of this, but essentially the scent has even changed too. Violette from Violette FR was formerly just the most recent creative director at Guerlain, and she changed the scent a little bit on the Meteorites. People were very upset because these are a beloved Guerlain product. I think she did it to have a little bit of a legacy at the brand, frankly. Convince me I'm wrong. I know I'm not. But anyway, the original Meteorites are these little balls. This is a kind of a golden one. Oop, they just fell. But there's generally there's 4 shades, like a light, medium, like kind of a more bronzy one. But they'll have different versions, and they have their own scent that is kind of a violet scented fragrance. And I forgive Guerlain of any of their fragrances because they are a perfume house, right? Okay, but at any rate, that's changed a little bit, but you can get all different versions. Take a brush and swirl it all around in the powder, and this is for setting, but it's also for finishing, and I use it for finishing. What's the difference? Bear with me here, I'm not talking down to you if you already know this, but a setting powder is a powder that you apply just when you've done the complexion process, kind of the base of your makeup look. It's generally, if you're setting, you're going on the T-zone if you get oily there, or you're setting powder under your eyes. For me, I like to do it around the nose, some people on the chin, just where your makeup tends to wear, okay? That is different than a finishing powder. And these original kind of little magical little makeup balls that Guerlain has, they can be used for either. Because they have a little bit of a luminous finish, I personally like to use them as a finishing powder, different than setting. Finishing powder is when all of your makeup is completely finished, everything. Blush is on, eyeshadow even, everything. And you go over with like a flat style brush. This is pretty flat, and this is a Sonia G Alpine face brush. But if you go in, okay, and then you kind of, I'll just do it on this side, you kind of stamp and buff all of your makeup. It really is, you gotta have time for it in the morning, but if you do it, to me, this is the ultimate and my favorite finishing powder. Now, there's a lot out there, and a lot of people talk to me about finishing powders like this that are luminous from the brands like Chantecaille, and there's a ton of others, Chanel, of course, but I think nothing beats the traditional Meteorite little makeup balls from Guerlain. And I have them in like every shade. I have a ton of these. Like I said, this is the newer packaging, and I just think they're beautiful. I don't think there's anything prettier. I don't know if the camera will pick this up. I actually think it does. Look at this side with the finishing on it, and this side with no finishing powder. I just think it's, if you have that moment extra to do it with a flat kabuki style brush, I think it's beautiful. Now, could you use this brand new pressed version to do the same thing? Yes and no. This one is advertised as setting or finishing, and you can choose. This one is really advertised as mattifying and setting, not really as finishing. It's not going to have as luminous a look, okay? Now, that's blended together way too much, because what happens is, just as there's different colors and shades in the little magic balls in here, these pressed powder versions also kind of blend the shades together. This one is the number 2, and it's a little too cool toned for me, but I'm okay with that because I'm going to use it, like I told you, as more of a setting powder, not a finishing powder. So on this side, we applied the original as a finishing. Let me show you here. I'm going to blend this together right here, and I'm just going to use it. I have no powder, and I'm going to use it just to set under my eyes. I don't have any eyeshadow on, so I can even go over the lid, just so that there's nothing kind of sticky there. And I'm going to go around the nose. Now this can also refresh makeup through the day. So you can use this. You can use this to refresh and bring back your makeup. But I honestly think it's a very different product. It's kind of a cousin of, or a, yeah, I would say it's not even a sister of the Meteorites. It's more of a first cousin. So as you see, then I set with that. And then to me, I would go back in. We'll use these this time on this side of the face. I will go back in with the original Meteorites, and I will buff and buff. You can do it for a while too. It's not going to lift any of the makeup up. And then you've got that staying power of the setting, along with a little bit of luminosity. This is going to be more mattifying and not provide the luminosity. So to me, it's the ultimate combination, to be honest with you, of setting to set your makeup and finishing. So for me, I would use both, but I am a Meteorites fanatic, and I just really love the look of that. Actually, funnily enough, I think I even like this side. Which one are these? These are the #1. I have them in all different shades. I love it. This was more of a bronzy version, but I actually like this #1. You see that? Along with, I hope you can see the difference, along with this product used as a setting powder. I think it's fantastic. Could I use these to set? Yeah, it's just a little too luminous to me. Could I use this to finish? I guess it'll bring back the makeup a little bit. I mean, it's not going to hurt. Really, it's not. But to me, because it doesn't have a luminosity, this would be more for our friends out there who have, maybe get a little bit of an oilier complexion. Then you can, gosh, if you get an oilier complexion, this would be great for finishing. You know, but if you want a little luminosity, you're only going to get that from the original. And if you want mattifying, you're only going to get that from the new one. Both are $75. Both employ these kind of 4 colors melded together. And you can go from cool to warm. Both are going to help your makeup last and look prettier as final steps, either for complexion or the whole look. You know, or use them interchangeably when you're in a pinch. But to me, they are a set. Now let me know if you have any questions. I do recommend this, especially for those of us with oilier skin, or for those of you like me who love this original product and wish you could use it as a setting powder but tend not to because it's too luminous. Finishing, setting, that's my idea of it. But you can tell me your idea of it and let me know if you tried this. They do have that sort of violet scent to it, but it goes away. And to me, it's comforting because I love the product, but do know that it is a scented product because it's Guerlain. Both are $75, so take your pick. I think you should try this if, like me, you're a massive fan of this product. All right, tell me what your thoughts are. You can check in with me down below in the comment section. I like to keep a close eye on my community and chat with you guys about it. And like I said, I'm going to have a quick short that I do as well. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you use finishing powder, setting powder, and tell me, I wasn't trying to talk down to you if you already knew this, but also let me know if you learned something because it helps me know what my community wants to hear more of. Let me know that. Also come join me over on Instagram, TikTok, Threads, and Facebook, or join our membership here on YouTube where we have weekly lives every Friday morning and we have a lot of fun. So let me know that and any questions that you have. Oh my goodness, do we have new products coming up? We got Marc Jacobs Beauty coming up. We got something new from Natasha Denona, Patrick Ta. My goodness, we have YSL Cushion Foundation coming up. Blur lipstick from Hourglass, new shade from Victoria Beckham Beauty, and we've got new Lisa Eldridge. It's too much and it's all coming in at once. So make sure you're subscribed and stay with me here, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.